So I'd like to read from this book called 20 Lessons for the 20th Century, all related to tyranny. So these are 20 lessons for all of us to follow. The first one is do not obey in advance. Because what authoritarians want is obeying in advance. We are already giving power to them to oppress us. The second is defend an institution. As Amit just said, defend the labor union, defend the courts, defend the legal system, select an institution that you would like to defend. The third is on professional ethics. Try to ensure that you follow your ethics even if our political leaders don't. Because there are a lot of things that professions can do, whether it is academics or whether it is the police or whether it is otherwise. If you have people in certain professions, at least ask them to follow their professional ethics, even if the political leaders are not following them. And be very angry about the treacherous use of patriotic vocabulary. The moment someone says that this is patriotic to do something, you should be suspicious and question it then and there. One technique that most authoritarians use is the language of exception. They always say this is an exceptional moment that requires a particular dispelling of all civil liberties. So be very careful. I'll be quick. I have to read through 20. I'll be very careful. Be calm when the unthinkable arrives. Like what has happened in the JNU, what they're expecting is a violent reaction. Yeah, it is up to us to remain calm and respond with sense, common sense and intellect. Because the right wing is not known for intellectual rigor. What we have in our hands is intellectual rigor. Then, sixth is to be very kind to our language. Avoid pronouncing the phrases everybody else does. Think on your own. Create a vocabulary of your own that you can use. It will help you. Then, stand out. Yeah, it is important to stand out from the group. Stand out on your own. As Rabindranath Tagore once said, ekla chalo, if it is possible. Yeah? Believe in truth. Yeah? Believe in truth. Yeah? Louder. Believe in the truth. Okay? To abandon facts is to abandon freedom. Yeah? Develop scientific temper. Because much of what we see in fake news is connected to
Just a moment.
Groups do give us solidarity, but it is very important to stand out and question the status quo. Yes. One person stands out, that shows the status quo is not what it is. It shows the weakness of the status quo if you stand out. Ekla chalo. Yeah? Ekla chalo. Yeah? Believe in the truth. Yeah? Scientific temper is wedded to freedom. If you do not have scientific temper, we are all scientists here. In some way or the other, if you're not wedded to facts, be sure that there will be an alternative universe in which there are no civil liberties. Facts are important.
Facts are important.
Facts are important. Believe in the truth. Yeah?
Believe in the
Facts
truth.
are important. Yeah. Investigate. Figure out yourself. Do not be satisfied with second-hand information. Yeah? Do not believe just because wise people say so. Do not believe just because it has always been that way. Always examine and experience yourself the truth. See, right now, you belong to a lucky generation that has experienced the exhilaration of dissent. Yeah? And we hope that this experience of dissent will become addictive. That you will never lose. You're a lucky generation. We missed out because we were born between the 70s and 2014. We never had this opportunity to come out and challenge authority. You're a lucky generation and realize that you are lucky. Yeah? Then, practice corporeal politics. Physically putting yourself in space. There is nothing that an authoritarian government wants rather than us slinking ourselves into our chairs and dissipating our stress on a laptop screen. We have to be physically on the ground. You've seen the effect that the Occupy Gateway movement has happened. Physical, bodily, corporeal politics is very important. Obstruct if you want to. None of the rights that we had was gained by thinking on your office rooms, yeah, on your classrooms. You have to get out onto the street. Then, Make eye contact. Yeah, one of the problems that we face, I mean, I travel in public transport almost every day. Nobody makes eye contact. Everybody's eyes are on the screen. If you don't talk to people, if you don't observe people sitting next to you, you will never be able to understand the psychological landscape of the society that you are in. Yeah, you will not be able to understand pain, you will not be able to understand anger, you will not be able to understand frustration unless you look at your fellow citizen. If you spend all your time looking into the screen, you will not be able to understand what the society is. Number 12, take responsibility for the face of the world, which all of us are. But in case you see hate, you see a hateful symbol, show the strength to pull it down. Yeah? If you see a hateful message in your social media, tell them that hate is wrong. Yeah? This is what happened. At least some people, you see a swastika sign somewhere, take the effort to pull it down and bear the consequences. Your name will be etched in history. Yeah, somehow or the other. Hinder a one-party state. Yeah, a one-party state is dangerous, and it is important for us, irrespective of our political differences, to vote for parties that oppose the regime that we have now. This means that not just you vote only for your assembly elections or only for your parliamentary elections, but also every single election counts. Find out where your municipal election is happening next time, where your panchayat elections are happening next time, and go and vote. It is very important. Yeah? Give regards to good causes, most of us do, but pick a charity like AutoPay and support investigative journalism. Yeah, there are very few outlets that you have. You must make a free choice for supporting civil society. Free press is important. Establish a private life. Because what authoritarians want is a hook in which to hang you. So make sure you pay your taxes. Make sure that there is not, all of us will have something or the other in our past, but make sure that you don't give an opportunity to them to hang us on. They will look for something. Learn from others in other countries. Create cross-national solidarities. Watch out for paramilitaries. But I think we have missed the bus already. We already have paramilitaries. But this was a warning given earlier. Yeah, there is nothing we can do. Be reflective if you must be armed. This is for security officers. If you have people in the army, if you have friends in the police, tell them if they carry a gun, it requires a lot of responsibility. We have seen what has happened in Uttar Pradesh. 20 people shot in the head. Yeah? Because one of the first requirements is for police is told to at least shoot in the feet. If you have to shoot, if you use rubber bullet, there is a protocol. The people have been shot in the head. Yeah? Imagine what has happened with people with guns. They are dangerous. Be as courageous as you can, as most of us are, and be a patriot and show what India can be. This is not what they're portraying is not what India can be. Show what India can be. And as every academic, I must say that these are not my ideas. This came from a book called On Tyranny, which means you should go and read it and not believe what I have said and develop your own perspective.